I welcome you to Meza channel. This video is focused on Kerry Ann Gidden. Basically, I want people to find the proper way of assessing information that you get on the internet, whether through YouTube or any other channel, and also look at the events that happen in the final days regarding prophets, those who are true prophets and those who are false prophets. As I talk about Kerry Ann, a lot of her subscribers will say you are touching somebody who is anointed by God, and you will be cursed. So I want to begin with certain scriptures. 1 Timothy chapter 5 verse 20. Them that sin rebuke before all, that others may fear. And so we have an obligation to rebuke people who sin so other people will fear. Another scripture is 1 John chapter 4 verse 1. Believe not every spirit, but try the spirit whether they are of God, because many false prophets are gone out in the world. So 1 John chapter 4 verse 1 says we need to test our spirits to know whether they are true spirit from God or they are spirit from demons. So we are going to Kerry Ann Gidden. She's from Jamaica, and she is based in England, and she is a YouTuber. Our first issue is discernment, whether Kerry Ann has good discernment. Kerry Ann has made a lot of videos, and she's saying that these major prophets are false prophets. He has mentioned John Hagee, a pastor in the United States. He has mentioned Ben Hinn. He has mentioned T.D. Jakes, and she also has mentioned Sadhu Sundar Selvaraj, a prophet from India. She's saying that the Lord revealed to her that these people are false pastors, false prophets. This Kerry Ann get good discernment. To answer this question, let's look at what Kerry Ann did with regard to Gino Jennings, a pastor located in Philadelphia in the United States. I believe that pastor originally is from the Caribbean. Initially, Kerry Ann said that Pastor Gino Jennings is a good pastor. She called him a pastor. But there was a time Kerry Ann said that Pastor Gino is not telling his congregation, who are mostly black, that those members of the congregation are Hebrews, they are children of Jacob. And because of that, Pastor Gino Jennings rebuked Kerry Ann and said Kerry Ann is a false prophet. All of a sudden, Kerry Ann turned around and said Pastor Gino Jennings is a false prophet, and that he, Pastor Gino Jennings, is a member of the Freemasons. Another situation, a lady, I believe her name is Stella from Kenya. This lady made videos congratulating Kerry Ann and endorsing Kerry Ann. And Kerry Ann also made videos endorsing Stella, and told her subscribers, the subscribers of Kerry Ann, that Stella is a woman, a true woman of God. All of a sudden, information came that Stella was dealing with occult. Kerry Ann was embarrassed, and she quickly made a video, apology video, telling her subscribers that she made a mistake, asking the subscribers to follow Stella, who later was found out to be a false prophetess. And so if you compare what Kerry Ann did with Gino Jennings, he said Gino Jennings is a good pastor, and immediately turned around and said Gino Jennings is a false prophet and a member of the Freemason. And also turned around and said Stella is not of God. Did Kerry Ann have good discernment? Is it the same angel who told Kerry Ann that Gino Jennings is a good pastor? Is it the same angel who told her that Gino Jennings is a false pastor and a member of the Freemason? Apart from discernment, let's look at some of the things Kerry Ann has said. And we are talking about the declaration by Kerry Ann that the Solomon's temple, the original temple built by King Solomon in the Bible, is found in Zimbabwe. This statement attracted a lot of rebuke from people. First of all, if you look at Jerusalem and Damascus, these are very old cities, and I don't believe that those cities can change their location like that. Damascus is located where it is, and I also believe that Jerusalem is located where it is, and I also believe that the original temple of Solomon that was built in Jerusalem can be found where Jerusalem is. Kerry Ann said that it was an angel who revealed to her that the original temple built by King Solomon is found in Zimbabwe. So this is a question mark about whether the angel who told Kerry Ann that Solomon temple is in Zimbabwe is an angel of the Lord or an angel of Lucifer. The third issue is about Trump prophecy. In 2016, when Hillary Clinton competed for the presidency with Donald Trump, some prophets said Hillary will win, others said Trump will win. There was a prophet in Nigeria, he's dead now, T.B. Joshua. She wrongly prophesied that Hillary Clinton will win. And so many other people claiming that the Lord spoke to them also prophesied that Hillary Clinton will win. It came out that Hillary lost. And so if you want to test where Kerry Ann was with regard to Hillary and Clinton, you must look at her videos around the time of the 2016 US presidential election to see what Kerry Ann said, whether it was Clinton who will win or whether it was Trump who will win. You know that it was Trump who won. And when Trump became the president of the United States after the 2016 election, Kerry Ann also made a lot of prophetic declarations claiming that the Lord revealed to her that Trump will be, quote unquote, assassinated JFK style. I'm quoting her exact words that he saw in a vision, the assassination of Trump JFK style. What does it mean? It means that Trump will suffer the same fate that was suffered by President JF Kennedy, who lost his life through assassination while he was being president. Kerry Ann also said that in a vision you saw a coffin following Trump. Trump lost 2020 election, that's fine. And Kerry Ann also said that Trump will lose, and it came to pass, Trump lost. But we have to deal with Kerry Ann's prediction of the 2016 elections and also Trump's prophecy made by Kerry Ann. Anyway, I don't pray that any person is killed or assassinated. But if a prophet says that a president will be assassinated JFK style, particularly an American president, then the veracity of that prophet should be tested based on Deuteronomy chapter 18 verse 22, which says that if the prophet says something that doesn't come true, that is something that the Lord has not spoken. And so if anybody is using the name of the Lord to prophesy and it doesn't come true, then that person definitely is a false prophet or a false prophetess. Let's go to another issue. Kerry Ann has been making videos about the so-called 3 days of darkness. There will be 3 days where there will be darkness all over the world. She says that the 3 days of darkness will come in April. She never mentioned the year where the 3 days of darkness will happen. And so for the past years, whether it's 3 years or 4 years, people are expecting 3 days of darkness in April, and it has not come. Definitely let's wait whether the 3 days of darkness will come and whether it will happen in April. Issue number 5 is Nibiru, the planet Nibiru. Kerry Ann has also made videos that a new planet will show up, and it's called the planet Nibiru. I don't know when that will happen. I don't know whether it's true that there's a planet called Nibiru and it will appear in the sky. But if you look at the 3 days of darkness prophecy by Kerry Ann Gidden and also the prophecy about the planet Nibiru, other videos also have contradicted. In fact, one video said that Kerry Ann's recommendations to her subscribers about what they should, and he traced the Nibiru prophecy to somebody who used witchcraft to talk about the Nibiru planet and the prophecy about the appearance of the Nibiru planet. And so we have to test the spirit. And when Kerry Ann is prophesying about the Nibiru planet and the 3 days of darkness, whether the spirit that she's using is a true spirit or is a false spirit. The last issue is Kerry Ann's videos about the scattered children of Jacob. I believe that the children of Jacob are scattered over the world, and they are scattered whether you're talking about people in Jamaica, people in Haiti, people in Trinidad and Tobago, St. Thomas, United States, and they will be regarded. Kerry Ann has said that the Lord revealed to her that the people will be regarded first in South Africa before they will be sent to where the Lord would take them. I also believe that the children of Jacob are scattered over the world. But the fact that somebody talks about something that is right doesn't mean that all that the person says is right. And at this point, I will compare Kerry Ann to a lady by name Mumbi Saraki from Kenya, who has done a lot of video about Africa and black people over the world. Some of the things are very enticing. They are juicy to the ears of a black person or an African and somebody who believes in Africa. But Mumbi Saraki doesn't believe in God. He doesn't believe in Yeshua. He doesn't believe in the Messiah. Kerry Ann talks about God. He talks about Christ. He talks about repentance. Talks about people preparing for the end of days and the coming of Christ. But you also have to remember that Jesus said in the last days, a lot of people will deceive people in the name of the Lord. And the Lord will rebuke them. They will say, oh Lord, I prophesy in your name. Oh Lord, I made videos in your name. And oh Lord, I did a lot of miracles in your name. But Jesus will tell them, depart from me, I don't know you. It is on this background, it is within this context that I say that anybody who says anything, particularly on the internet, on YouTube, any platform, you need to be very, very careful, because there are some people on the platform, they are looking for subscribers, they are looking for a lot of views, they are also looking for money, and they will use all gimmicks to deceive people. They will be mentioning the name of the Lord, and they will be quoting from the Bible, but that doesn't mean that they are true prophets or prophetess of the Most High. And don't let anybody deceive you by the person's eloquence or the person's visions and the frequency that the person claims that the Lord has spoken to him or the Lord has spoken to her. And definitely don't let somebody's dress, whether the person dresses in white or black or red, deceive you, because all that glitters is not gold. Beware, nobody deceive you. And I am concluding my video with regard to Kerry Ann and the question that I have raised with regard to Kerry Ann, who claims that the Lord has spoken to her on so many occasions, and the Lord has even revealed her true birth date to her and a true name to Kerry Ann. Remember when Moses asked God, what is your name? The Lord said, tell the people of, tell your people, tell the Hebrews in Egypt, I am that I am. But Kerry Ann said the Lord has revealed his true name to her, and Jesus has revealed to Kerry Ann Jesus' true birth date. So over to you, and do your own research and pray to God for discernment. Test every spirit, because the spirit of false prophecy has been released at the time when the Antichrist, the chief false prophet, is about to descend on this scene to deceive so many people and take them to hell. Thank you for this message.